Good morning, good evening, my lovely little dolls. Okay, question of the day. What is... Actually, yes, true love is a genre. Question of the day is best way to eat a potato. And apparently fries are the go-to. A good baked potato. Yes, a good baked potato is hard to pass up. There is a different way to cook a baked potato. And nobody likes, in my family, nobody likes how I baked my potatoes. Because I still like that crunch. So I undercook my potato, so I have that nice, it's nice and soft, but you still get that nice crunch. Nobody likes that. Let's just, there we go. So as you can see, I've had fun. Okay, so before the video starts, quick video disclaimer. This video contains content that may not be suitable for all audience. This video is intended for viewers 18 and over. It may contain mature themes, strong languages, and content that some viewers may find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. You get something simple like this. Potato-shaped hearts. Okay, so I'm gonna... so this is one of the dresses. But then we get a dress like this. Or, you know, this. These are the designs that they want me to make. And I mean, for 3,000 coins, it's not bad. But let me tell you, this is painful to make. Because we have to get exact. I know this is horrendous. I need to get the right color match. True love, in my opinion, it is one of my favorite tropes. Is this the right color? Which color is this? Well, I got the sleeves right. But like, true love is the best. It is one of the more sappier... This is, okay, princess. Princess cut. I think it's a good trope. But what I like reading is the after. Like the after the happily ever after. Like you get to see what happens after the true love part. And I think that's even better. Is this the right color? I think this is the right color. Let me just... Yep, okay. But I mean, like, for 3,000 coins, this hideous monstrosity is kind of worth it. But I just wanted you guys to see, like, this... Corrupted endings are overrated. I agree with that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do... Characters. There we go. Okay, so this is the guy we were originally supposed to do the route for. So now we get to see 1800s, and you're engaged to the Duke, but suddenly you're executed. Great start, death. You wake up to find you've been sent back in time. You're modest again, tailoring clothes for a noble, but not for long though, as someone will discover your special lineage, causing the Duke to propose to you again, pulling you into the world of high society. But this time, you'll change things around. Will gather allies to your side and win the trust of the Duke's personal retainer, Eeyok. That's fine. 3 chapters are fine. Okay, what type of mashed potatoes are you talking about? What? Oh, I love the music for this. Okay. Mashed potatoes need chicken stock or soup base thrown in and with fat. Okay. Mashed potatoes also need seasoning. Salt and pepper. If you want plain mashed potatoes, at least add salt and pepper to it. Seasoning makes mashed potatoes better. Besides, Samwise Gamgee. Okay. So let's go over my lovely dolls. Let's go over the boarding tags. Oh yeah, I know this isn't okay. This is it's not an isekai. This is most definitely not an isekai. But this is more of a revenge. This is a webtoon fantasy revenge story. Okay. Warnings and triggers set in the 18th century. That is their own warning. That is great. The 18th century is its own warning. Graphic and various deaths, strong and abusive language and slurs, MC getting physically and verbally abused. Yeah, okay, no, that sounds... Oh, it gets worse. I can't wait until we click into this. Classism among nobles and commoners. Because, you know, it's not a fantasy trope without classism. His sexual behaviors are great. I'm gonna have to do a warning on this again. Dominant once in a while. Submissive, very agreeable. Accidentally. Usually vanilla. Okay, very consensual. Flustered every now and then. Cockiness, not much. Higher than he lets on. This is funny. I find this funny. It's nice that we have these warnings of his sexual behaviors. Okay, so. Okay, time for the gray wall. Okay, you know what? This is actually quite short. Compared to our last detailed wordings, this is actually kind of short. MC getting kidnapped and locked up. Death of MC, well, we already know that. That's spoilered. Death of Eeyok. Sounds about right. This is going to be tragedy. And death of a baby. Not MC's, very specific. Okay. So, you know, this is... There we go. Just... Wait, let me shrink myself. Let me be shrunk. Let me just... Okay, there we go. Am I the right size for you guys, or am I too small? Did I get... Am I too small? I love the music and the, you know, the paintings. Am I small? Am I too small? I'm excited. Is there any gonna be... Will there be any red flags? From what we've been told, this might actually be relatively safe. So I'm excited for this. Okay. I tug on the rope to ring the bell. Then I fold my hands back onto my lap. What? A moment later, and Mandy, my handmaid, enters the room. She wipes down the apron in front of her, looks down at the floor. Okay, I hope Mandy's stays a bestie. Your Grace, you called? She asks politely. Ready the carriage, we're leaving for Anderson's. I want to personally pick up my wedding dress, I tell her. Oh, no. We're not the side mistress, but we might find the side mistress. Her eyes widen ever so slightly. My request baffled her. After all, why would I ever go out of my way to visit a shabby tailor shop when I could have them visit the Haywall Manor instead? Your Grace, there is no need for you to visit them. They will come by personally. They will come by personally to deliver your wedding dress and do the final fitting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I stop her, my eyes narrowing. I will go. Nothing can change my mind. I want to visit that place again because after this, I'm leaving my old life behind for good. One last look before I'm stuck here and suffocated. Ah. Very well, I will ready the carriage, said Mandy, and she demurely bows her head in front of me. Okay. She walks out of the room, her shoes clicking against the wooden floor. As soon as I'm alone again, I sigh in silence and rest my chin on my hand, looking out on the window. So, I mean, these are nice windows. It doesn't look like it's raining. It starts to rain. I should be annoyed at the change of weather, to have to venture out into the cold rain. But I'm not. The knot in my stomach is already wound up and pulled tight. The weather is only some minor inconvenience compared to everything else. This is the ugliest shade of turquoise. This will be my last time ever... Will this be my last time ever stepping foot inside of this place? Most likely, yes. Now I will be accumulated to fortune and wealth. Would be unbecoming of me to visit this place of such lowly stature. Kim pulls the peach-colored garment straight near my ankles. She's making sure it's hemmed correctly. What type of hat is this? This hat is kind of out of place. If this is supposed to be a bonnet, it's not even close. It has to be perfect for your wedding, she says, though her smile does not quite reach her eyes. Other workers continue their task in the background, sitting cross-legged near the windows. Because of the rain outside, there's not much natural light entering the shop. I can feel conflicted as a sense of nostalgia wells up inside of me. I used to sit near that window with the rest of them.
Oh.
Do you miss it? Kim asked me, noticing my gaze wandering off. I managed to let out a chuckle. Miss it. Back pain and eating cabbage every day? I huff. It was tough work, endlessly pulling my needle through fabric. The conditions of this place haven't improved since I last worked here as well. She pulls on her needle as I finish speaking. Bet you enjoyed it, says Kim with a shrug. The corner of my lip pulls into a wary smile. I did, I admit. You're always welcome for more. You are always welcome for some more fittings, and for any dress you might need, Laverna. We still have one of the most normal names. Kim catches herself, looking a bit flustered. I mean, Your Grace, she corrects herself. Technically, I'm not married yet. I give her a wry smile. The title is still rightfully yours. I look into the mirror as a set of empty eyes stare back at me. It's like I'm seeing someone else in the reflection, as if a stranger is going to marry the Duke of Erin, and not me. Kim, I start, my voice solemn. Kim perks up, looking at me with curious eyes. Keep practicing those buttons, I tell her. They were always your worst enemy. Kim smirks at me. Okay. That's one way to say goodbye. I've been practicing twice as hard since you left. Haven't you heard? I got an apprenticeship now. It is true, the button PTSD, sorry. Really? I say, slightly shocked. Never thought that old crook would take on a woman as an apprentice, I mumble. She shakes her head. Mr. Anderson passed away some time ago. Haven't you heard? No, that is news to me. Mr. Anderson was the owner of the boutique. He would only accept men as an apprentice for the guild. Women simply didn't have an option to be an apprentice. Afraid not. The news hasn't traveled to me. When was this? Kim paused to think it over. Oh, that's a good question. Perhaps a month or two after your engagement with the Duke. Oh! Never having been fond of Mr. Anderson, I would have gladly attended his funeral if he ever had one. How did he die, I ask? Oh, it was the Drax curse. His wife took over the shop since then, though she basically left it to run it ourselves. I take a moment to myself. Ooh. Mr. Anderson was not a good person, but dying from the Drax curse? Oh, always attending someone's funeral who you didn't like is a power move. I really wish that curse went away, I tell her solemnly. Kim's casts her eyes downward with a slight small smile. If only, she says wistfully. But we had each other, right? She says instead, sounding slightly hopeful. I feel my heart clench, and I put on a fake smile for her. Of course. But not anymore. Not since my engagement to the Duke. Is that all he's known as? The Duke? We don't even get to know his name? So there is no master, is what you're saying, I muse out loud. Going back to the topic of the shop not having a proper master. Maybe this is my lucky chance, says Kim with a cheeky grin. If even you can break into the world of nobility, then maybe I can stand a chance too. Oh, people will be sorry they wronged us. But Kim is on our side. We will get Kim on our side. Another fake smile. She thinks I made it. From humble beginnings, I'd no name to marrying a duke. To being the gatekeeper. Yes, Kim, you stand a chance too. I appease her aspirations. We didn't even... Okay, first of all, we haven't fallen in love with the guy who puked in the toilet. Also, we're gatekeeping our friend now. We didn't even have a choice. It's not like I can tell her the truth. I never had much of a choice in the matter. In fact, I would love to go back to being a seamstress and eating cabbage every day, having my back ache from sitting cross-legged the entire day. I long for the backache at this point. Alright, the fitting is perfect, says Kim, dusting off her hands. You look stunning, Your Grace. Funny, I feel like an absolute wreck on the inside. Kim starts removing the pieces from my body. I wonder if anyone would truly miss me if I'd run away this instant. There's so many transitions. The scribbling of quill against paper fills the otherwise quiet room. I never feel like I belong here. You called for me. The scribbling stops. What is with this fireplace? I'm distracted by the fireplace. Virtuous eyes never met mine. This is the Duke. This is the Duke. Okay. The wedding, he starts slowly. Afterwards, we will be traveling to Clockfield Hall. Clockfield Hall, I repeat. That's Virtuous Summer's residence. We will leave at sunrise. We must arrive there early. I expect no tardiness on your part. I gather up a bunch of fabric from my skirt and clench my hands tightly. Fears are kind. Being told kind. I will be on time, I promise him, playing the part of the perfect fiancé. Yeah. He really does look like a character who came straight out of a webtoon. Not even meeting my gaze. He goes back to scribbling on some parchment, ignoring my presence in the room. I linger around for a bit, waiting for him to dismiss me. Finally, he places his quill down with a frustrated sigh. Go. Leave. As you wish, Your Grace, I say, nodding my head at him. He flicks his hand in my general direction before he's back to scribbling. He doesn't have to tell me twice as I turn on my heel and walk towards the door. Oh, and Laverna, he calls out for me. I tilt my hand and stare over my shoulder. Don't make a scene at the wedding. I wouldn't dare, I say in disdain and finally flee his studies. Tomorrow, I am marrying this man. My stomach twists itself into uncomfortable knots. What type? I've sworn I've seen this background in other games before. Basically, he has lots of money, and he wants us because we are either good at sewing or we're just that pretty. Nothing. I feel nothing as those lips touch mine for a split second. The opposite of love isn't hatred. It's indifference. I may as well have been kissing a frog. I may as well kissed a frog. The hall erupts into cheers and claps, echoing to my core. It feels hollow, like everything else in my life. I now pronounce you husband and wife, says the priest. Vartuous moves away from me and faces the crowd. His expression is as cold as always. I also face the crowd, looking over the people who secretly hold me in contempt. There's not a single person in this room who is genuinely happy for me. Girl, you're not happy for yourself either. And why would there be? I'm not happy either. There we go. Let us do our rounds, Vartuous says. Vartuous telling me in a low enough voice that only I can hear. He offers his arm, showing some semblance of etiquette, more than he has ever shown me before. I place my hand on them. Together, we walk through the room, greeting all the nobles that have come to pay the respect. By the time we reach Viscount Kovo and his wife, my feet are already throbbing. Okay, so it's Rococo style clothing. That's really... Every time people go to historical, they end up going with Rococo fashion. Like, that's the only historical fashion that some people know. They don't do historical fashion. Viscount and Viscountess, I greet the couple politely. Chelsea Kotovo, a woman with long and black hair, pretends I'm heir. She never even liked me once I debuted into society. Even more so when she lost her child. Okay. Viscount. Huh. Okay, so here's the dead child warning we were given. Gatekeeper. Alexander addresses me. Congratulations on your wedding, he says. Thank you. Vartus replies coldly, I hope everything is prepared for tomorrow. This is the husband, this is the wife. They had children, and they lost it. Yes, we will be taking 2 carriages to head off to Clockfield Hall, he confirms. It seems the Viscount is coming with us. How utterly exciting. While the two discuss some business, I am left alone with Chelsea, who is trying her best not to acknowledge me. But I know that even she has to abide by etiquette. People are watching. She can't lose face here. She's already barely hanging on in society. I wish you and your husband well, she finally managed to summon. Her intent is clearly anything but that. She probably wish I fell into a pit of snakes at this point. That's what her eyes are telling me. I wish you and your husband luck as well, I say in return. Chelsea snaps her head up at me and glares ferociously. Ah, that may have come as a bit inconsiderate. They've probably been trying to have another child again with no such luck. However, I do not apologize. As much as Chelsea dislikes me, I am in the same position. I'd gladly push her into a pit of snakes as well. This is quite the discussion. Come, Vartus commands me after finishing his talk with Alexander. This time, I am almost grateful for his authoritarianism. I use the opportunity. Give me a second. This time, I am almost grateful for his authoritarianism. Nope, I'm just not gonna get that word today. I used the opportunity to escape from my pleasantries with Chelsea. We continue to make our rounds. My feet have blisters on them at this point. These uncomfortable wedding shoes were not meant for walking without a long breath. I want to get out of this attire as soon as possible. It is not meant to be a slight against the work from Anderson's tailor shop. The dress was quite lovely. However, the layers of fabrics are considerably heavy when you've been tugging them around for an entire day. I sit up straight against the chair overseeing the ballroom. I wish I could stretch my legs even just for a little bit. Or maybe take a break to go relieve myself. My bladder can only tolerate so much. But I am the bride. The point of discussion. I can't leave the room. I'm here for decoration. Your Grace. A low whisper enters my ear. The hairs on the back of my neck stand up straight. That frightens me. I need a moment of your time. There we go. Simple, we take the internal organs out. There we go. Love interest has finally appeared. I'm gonna turn this down quickly. Okay. I tilt my head to look at the young man standing behind me. His clothing conceals most of his identity, but it's clear he's not one of the nobles, nor a part of the staff. He's trying his best to stay in the shadows, unseen by the rest of the people in the ballroom. Who are you? I say, narrowing my eyes at him. Your Grace, it's quite urgent, he stresses. He looks quite familiar. I've seen him before, but where? Think. That reddish hair, and that birthmark of— That's a birthmark? That's a birthmark? Okay. I know who this is. Okay. Good job, Sherlock, you figured it out. Gods, take him away! Fatuous voice hollers through the room. The man in question stands up straight as all eyes are on him. He then turns around, cape fluttering behind him as he disappears through the servants' entrance. A bunch of guards come running across the dance floor as they chase after him. I am hoisted off my chair as Virtuous pulls me by my wrist. That thief, did he steal anything from you? He demands to know. Ow. He's hurting me. Okay, what the people demand, then that is what we will do. I yank my wrist away from his hand, freeing myself. I rub the sore spot of skin and glare at him. What is the meaning of this? I demand to know. Check your jewelry. Are you missing anything? He used to work for me until he was caught stealing the family seal, he says. Ah, that's why I didn't recognize him straight away. It's been a while since I last saw him. Why is he here? I ask worriedly. What did he want from me? No need to concern yourself with this. Our guards will find him and get this sorted. Stay there, he tells me. Then he swiftly exits the ballroom, leaving me with so many more questions. Not to mention, all eyes are on me, waiting for me to address them about the incident. There's nothing to worry about, everyone. The Duke is taking care of it. Please continue to dance. I announce loudly before sitting down again. Everyone doesn't seem to care much anymore, and they go back to chatting and dancing. Woo. Place my thumb against my bottom lip. Eeyok. Eeyok Douglas. What did he want from me, though? Am I being set up for some kind of scam? Now that he knows I'm married? Maybe. He never liked me anyway. He always gave me this disdainful stare. It was different from all the other noblemen and women. Their contempt for me was because I rose through ranks even though I was a nobody. I don't... Grindala. But his eyes, it was something else. I could never pinpoint why he seemed so dismissive of. I don't think that's what he was looking at. Before I could really figure it out, he was gone. The way the wheels uncomfortably hit the cobblestone to make the carriage shake continuously. I didn't even get a good night's sleep because I was afraid someone would enter my room. I had guards posted outside, but I still kept waking up in a cold sweat. Have you caught him yet? I decided to break the silence with my now husband. Who? He's looking up. He doesn't even remember. He doesn't care. That thief from last night. He recalls it seemed he used the servants' hallways to escape. Makes sense he used to work there, I agreed. I have my men looking. I lean my elbow against the window. At least we'll be going far away from the mansion. I'm not looking forward again to having to socialize with Chelsea again. How long are we staying at Clockfield Hall? I ask after a while. Virtuous looks bored of my question. For as long as I need, he answered dismissively. I go back to staring out the window again, used to his dismissive attitudes. This has been the longest time we've spent together since we've met, and it's absolutely suffocating. Yep, we're married now. Last scene was the wedding. Eventually I managed to doze off, not having a good night's sleep. What's wrong with the background? I wake with a jolt. The horse neighs loudly and I hear some people talking outside. Why did we stop? I ask, noticing the carriage has stopped moving. Stay here, as he says as he exits the carriage. I see him walk across the dirt road, where I can see our guard approach him. But then my vision is blocked by a person stands in front. Okay. I freeze up when I see a masked man enter my carriage. That's not one of our guards. Really now. Bandits! I scream, but my voice is immediately muffled when a hand covers my mouth. His hands are all over me as I struggle to fend him off, but he's too strong. Before I know it, I am dragged out of the carriage, hands bound, mouth gagged, and hoisted onto a horse. This is interesting. We just got kidnapped. Woo! My heart is hammering in my chest. I am blindfolded and bound, sitting on something grainy. Must be dirt. Maybe 10 men? I can hear their armor rustling and their swords clanking. It's like a whole army with me, their footsteps coming towards me. A heavy individual stands in front of me, and I gulp. waiting in anticipation. The gag is suddenly removed from my mouth, and the ropes on my wrists and ankles are loosened. Footsteps disappear until I hear them exit the tent. Immediately, I slip my hands out of my restraints and take off my blindfold. It's dark outside of the tent. This is a tent. This is supposed to be a tent. I don't believe it. With only a single lantern lighting up the place, I quickly take off the ropes around my ankles, but that's when I see my shoes are stained in blood. That's why I tasted iron in the air. It was blood on a lot of it. There's a man lying not too far, face down in the red-soaked dirt. I bring my hands near my mouth to stifle my own scream. Somebody came in, loosened our restraints, took out our gags, and then just left. And apparently she can taste the air like a snake. Then I hear it outside of the tent. The march of an army. Metal boots dig into the gravel as several of them enter the tent with me. They're soldiers of the Emperor. Oh, look at this lovely art. Duchess of Earring. This is one of the soldiers as he stands in front of me, sword drawn. You are deemed a traitor of the Empire and under arrest. Okay, wow. This is... What do you mean, traitor? You know, this is a nice looking cell. This is a really nice looking cell. Look at it. The prison cell is cold and my body warmth is barely hanging on as I am curled up in the corner of the cell. I've been thrown in here against my will. No one will speak to me. No one will tell me what's going on. I keep trying to explain to the guards that I've been kidnapped and was under no circumstance involved in any kind of terrorist act against the Empire. Some people don't even get art. Then a couple of people appear in front of the bars. It's virtuous along with another noble. I spring up to my feet. Your Grace, please tell them there's been a mistake. I plead as I grab the wooden bars. Stays quiet as the other nobleman opens up a book and adjusts his glasses. You are hereby convicted. Convicted, I interrupt him. Of misdeeds against the Empire and conspiracy to murder? Murder you, I choke out. I stare at him with a blank expression. He's not here to defend me, he's here to incriminate me. What are you saying? What are you playing at, I ask of him. Ambushing me on our way to Clockfield Hall. I should have known better that you would wait until we were married. I should have never married such a traitor, he said with a hug. I am so confused. Yeah. You're not even the true gatekeeper? Okay, you're not even the true gatekeeper, he sneers before he turns on his heel and walks away. I can't catch my breath. It feels like I'm suffocating. Traitors of the Empire will be met with capital punishment, death by beheading, the guards tell me now that we're all alone. Beheaded, I squeaked. I haven't even gotten a fair trial. Traitors don't get... Oh, look at this. Traitors don't get trials. Everyone who was there confirmed what happened. You conspired to wed the Duke of Earring by lying about being the gatekeeper, and then having him killed by bandits. I did no such thing. I demand a trial. The man turns around, ignoring my pleas. Your execution is in 2 days. Please tell me we get a 2-day time skip. My heart sinks to the bottom of my stomach. My skin goes clammy and pale. Wait, I yell after him, shaking the bars. But he's gone. I dropped myself to the floor. My legs couldn't keep me upright anymore. I curl up into a ball. I'm going to be executed? This can't be it, right? There should be. I'm being framed, set up, Someone ambushed us and made it look like I was the master behind it all. They made it look like I wanted to kill him. As much as I despise the man, I've never conspired his death. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Poison usually works. Please, someone, get me out of here. I still want to live. Okay, do we get my resolve to live has dwindled into nothingness. They have not given me any food or water since I've been locked up here. I am burning with a fever. I snort to myself, wouldn't it be funny if I caught the Drake's curse and died from that before my execution? I don't know how to joke in this situation. I'm about to die. Today is my execution. No one has come to help me. Virtuous hasn't been here at all. He thinks I tried to murder him. He says I'm not the true gatekeeper. I have absolutely no one on my side. Tears stream over my flamed cheeks. Then I hear something metal drop to the tiled floor. I immediately look up at the bars and see a shadowy figure. This is it. They're coming for me. Your Grace, says the voice as they stepped into the light. Don't worry, I'm gonna get you out of here, says Eeyok, as he holds onto the bars, scanning the room with his eyes. Am I hallucinating because of the fever? Am I imagining a hero to come save me? Is it? Okay, so the tag said that he would die as well. Is this where he dies? Do both of us get to die at this? Yeah. I'm going to find the key before they notice I'm here, he says. Finally pick my sluggish body up from the floor and throw myself at the bars. Are you helping me? I ask in a roguish voice. He gives me a sympathetic look. I didn't do it. I'm innocent, he quickly tells him. I quickly tell him. I know, they've set you up. Oh, so the Emperor, so Virtuous set us up. Virtuous wants us dead. Okay. Sounds about right. This is a weird Romeo and Juliet. I was gonna go more Bonnie and Clyde. You know, they've set you up, he says, and I realize he knows a lot more. Yes, I agree. It was a setup. Look, once I get you out of here, then... Oh, a noise alerts us both. We're instantly quiet. Eeyok immediately disappears into the shadow and hides himself as we hear the guards making the rounds. Eeyok footsteps are silenced as he disappears from the holding areas. Then I hear a commotion. Someone being thrown against the floor and scurrying of footsteps. Voice shouting, "He's been discovered." Clench my fists onto the bars, desperate to know what's going on. Then it's silent, which is when they finally come for me. So I take it he's dead. My hands are bound, my feet are cold and blistered, being dragged upon the wooden planks they propped up for the guillotine. A man in a dark hood pulls on the rope I'm bound to, leading me onto the platform. Look! He died off screen, yeah. Look, we get a nice little... They gave us a nice little bowl. I love the text screen. I haven't said that yet, but I love the text screen. The cold air hits my warm cheeks. I'm barely able to register the crowd that is gathered to witness my death. It's 10 times bigger than the wedding reception. No, much bigger than that. I guess they all came here to watch the death of the gatekeeper. My sliver of hope of getting out of here gets washed away. Eeyok is nowhere in sight. He couldn't get me out. I'm going to die. Please. I didn't do anything, I beg as tears continue to fall. The crowd is noisy and hollers, jeering at me. I see Virtuous on the platform. Our eyes meet, but I find nothing but coldness in his stare. He believes it, that I wanted to murder him. He wants me dead in return. The hooded man pushes me on the wooden plank. Please, I cry as they hoist me onto the board and strap me in. See, it sounds like they're giving her the electric chair. I'm forced into the pillory, my hands through the small hole in my neck strapped in the biggest hole. Huge metal blade is angled high above my head. My hurt is going out of control. I feel like I could burst. One of the guards read of my fabricated convictions, but I can't hear him clearly anymore. My mind is spinny. I can't make sense of anything at all. All I hear is some words about conspiracy against the Empire and being the gatekeeper. Then the man starts pulling on the chain to hoist the blade. See, okay, this is clearly a rope. This is it. This is the end. Then I hear a shout in the crowd, one louder than the rest. Lady Laverna! Oh look, now we get to see him die. Out of the crowd, I see Eeyok hoist himself up onto the platform. His sword is drawn. It's Eeyok, he's come to save me. Two guards rush him and they draw their own blades. It's a rope color frame. Oh, it's very perfect timing. Eeyok fights them off to the best of his ability, more than I could ever hope for. But then, a third one joins the fight and catches Eeyok in his blind spot. The sword is pierced right through his stomach, and he collapses onto the platform, blood seeping out of his wound. He groans as he dropped his sword, holding onto his stomach. No, I yelled. I'm sorry, Your Grace. He sputters with heavy breath. His hands are covered in blood. No, no, no. I failed you. Kill her! Virtuous yells from across the platform. The blade is dropped. I watch as the life drains out of Eeyok. The metal blade breaches the skin on my neck. Well, that was an episode. So, I'm invested. I'm excited to see where this goes. He could have walked it off. Oh, they didn't sharpen the blade well enough? Probably not. Oh. Okay. But it's a good start. It's a good start to the... It's a good start. It's a good start for the web novel. It's very web novel trope. Like, it's web novel revenge tropey. I'm excited for chapter 2. Oh boy. So, what we're gonna do okay, so next Sunday we will continue chapter 2 of Eeyok's Route. Okay, so this coming Thursday we're gonna be playing a different game. Then Sunday we'll continue this game. This game is wild. This is all sort of... Okay, so they're clearly all the red flags was everyone else but the main love interest. So we might actually have a proper love interest and no red flag love interest, which is going to be interesting. I'm interested. Oh, I'm hoping that the next part of the story is unhinged. If we're going Webtoon Revenge arc, yeah. Okay, so my lovely little dolls. Thank you so much for watching. This is going to be the end today, my dolls. Don't forget to tune in this coming Thursday for some more content. For those of you who get to watch this later, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell in the corner, and leave a comment down below. I want to know what everybody thinks. And until our next meeting, my lovely little dolls, bye-bye!